toe to leather. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken short. First and 10. First carry down for Jordan Howard. And he slips up past the 45.
Try and get him on the ground. He's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
They go counter with Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another first and 10. This pass complete, wins to Birdz.
Communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And
he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Bro, I thought you was coming at me. That's why I touched it.
35 yards.
That's what I said.
As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly or you're scored that quickly again, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere.
Out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Dalton brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Dalton, first and 10. And they will work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard.
It's his backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's going to come up on our own side of the field. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. That's complete to John Ross.
Empty. Recon, 132 fighter.
On first down, they run with Howard.
And
that play goes second and 13. Now Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down.
We absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Hurry up.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard.
Oh!
Able to fight for about 4 yards. Now Howard. And strong running there as it breaks. Wentz to throw on third and 1. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, it was third and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on fourth down unless there's a disaster on third. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on fourth down.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up. Do it.
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic.
Second and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to it. Now they'll come up on a first and 10. On the draw, here's Bernard. Here's Dalton. And this is going to wind up in.
Oh, man.
Dalton here from the gun. And it's going to be incomplete.
It can throw you off until you adjust.
A fourth down gamble with Dalton. And it is incomplete.
Along the way, sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, apparently, that didn't happen.
On the delay, it's Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagle.
On arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they go the wrong way.
Bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete.
And what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and goal, Howard. They'll try again with Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
And a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're able to get this one across the 30.
They're catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 minutes remain. Former areas of the press box will be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Dalton able to hit Ross. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very man. It's a first down. Throwing. Dalton. Got his man. It's Eifert. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's able to live. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So
and he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I thought you were doing that,
the way
man.
this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. An incredibly short kick fielded.
Something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Well, I thought he was
verticals because a final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh, Lord.
And it is a big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
Come on,
man. We often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Try to find a... Throwing on second down. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Third down. A shot here for Dalton. And able to catch it on the left side.
The challenge flag, or maybe I let that one pass because I might need it later on in a bigger situation.
Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a great return as he's up
to your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually duping. Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They got 3 stars on that offense. They got 3 stars for that offensive line.
This is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man. Oh, that's crazy. Huh?
On second down now, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Running with Howard. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Trying to punch it in with Howard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I tried to kill
They have not
there.
gotten him going at all.
Look,
Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Green once again the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
I see that.
To throw on third down. Dalton on the screen. Bernard. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
93, 50, heads up.
They're going to try and throw.
Oh,
This is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They go with Howard again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, boulder.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
no, you got to turn the lights on
Fielded
yourself.
a few yards into the end zone. The 25 to the 26-yard line. here come the Bengals. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
Maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Andy Dalton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 48 yards. Nowhere to escape. And
Oh, did I get you out?
Stop.
But Sean paid me to do it.
He did.
Yeah.
Lord. I told you.
Goes down.
A bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. Despite the
Derek Barnett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel. That's how you pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run with Howard. And across midfield he goes. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, But I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Bruh. Be ready.
This is Howard on second down. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. And they probably don't need to run a play here, but and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I can never...
He missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bengals getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Green brings it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
To throw again. Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It's do or die for Dalton. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, Whatever it was, in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
62 passing.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden.